baby's over. Oh, my goodness. One man. Goodbye. Hello, Heisman.
And most especially in 310 days in Ann Arbor, Michigan, on the football field.
Another block. One more. Touchdown. No flag. Samuel cuts it back. Ohio State wins. Here's the run again. Donovan Edwards. Whoa. Can they catch him? No. Donovan Edwards again. Go down.
All right, everybody. Hello. Welcome to another episode of the Scarlet and Blue Show. We have Bryce. Zach is somewhere. I do not know where he went. All I see is Yoda. Bryce, are you there? Bryce? You go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed that. It's where it's kind of cold this time of year. Kind of cold up in Indianapolis. So just making sure I pack accordingly for that trip.
Good thing it's in a dome, huh?
Oh, brother, you had to get there, and it's cold outside. It's cold outside. Oh, how we doing?
You go ahead.
Salute. What a game.
It was a good game.
What a game that was. I got things to say. I got things to get off my chest, but I think it is important to first off disclaim the fact that was an incredible football game. It wasn't like the last 2 years where it was just an utter beatdown dominance.
2021 wasn't a beatdown, but continue.
What was the score?
It was an 8-point game with 4 minutes left, Bryce. Anybody with a bumbling idiot knows it's not a beatdown.
Okay. Yeah, check the final. I think it says something otherwise.
You won by 15, Bryce. That's not a beatdown. If a team has a chance to win the game at the end of the game with 4 minutes left, that's not a beatdown. Ohio State scored with 4 minutes left.
This game we saw this week was an incredible football game and a super important win for either side, given the circumstances, what's going to come next year, the change in the playoff landscape, format, as well as the college football landscape, and the meaning of this game has and will forever have changed. So this was the final week to do that. It was a great game. Now, Garrison, I got some things to get off my chest. You're a man of great respect, decorum, honor. Will you give me the floor? Thank you. Ryan Day. This clown, this soft, that's right, you can take your headphones off. This soft coward. Now, I was going to make another roll of toilet paper and paper towel, but I didn't want to waste that material to do that shtick again. This guy was given the world. This guy was given the Lambo. And what we saw is him squandered away. There was a clip. There was a scene, a shot of Charles Woodson celebrating. And then behind him, in that little corner of the camera, you saw Herbs. And he just kind of convulsed. He's like, what happened? What have I built? It's gone. It's over. My national championship program that I lifted up to this guy, it's gone. What happened? Now, I've always said, Garrison, you've heard me say this. Ryan Day, great offensive mind. Apparently, a great recruiter. But the dude just isn't a head coach. I know you want to talk about that. We'll talk about development. We'll talk about growth later. But in the last 4 years, I ain't seen it. You beat up on the teams you're supposed to beat up on. But you can't beat Big Daddy up north. You just can't. And now I hear rumors of Texas A&M. Texas A&M, who is my Texas team that I like to cheer for. I have good friends that went there. They're thinking about this guy? That maybe they thought about him? No. And obviously now the news has come out that Mike Elko's the one. Good. Smart move. You don't want him. Yeah, Texas A&M, you need to rebuild. What have we seen that Ryan Day can build? He's barely sustaining. All right. So Ryan. They're ready to eat you, pal. They're ready to eat you. Now, Garrison's not one of them. Garrison's level-headed. He's level. He says, this guy has what, 7 losses? Sure, 1-3 against top opponents, 1-3 against Michigan. But he's winning games. He's not losing to Iowa. He's not losing to Purdue. But really, I had to go back and think, what was his best win? Was it 2019 against Michigan with all of Urban's guys and his talent? Was it the playoff game at Clemson in the Candy Cane COVID year? Was it maybe Penn State? But apparently beating that guy doesn't take much. Or was it a consolation Rose Bowl win against a mediocre Pac-12 champion? Was it Notre Dame this year, even though they only had 10 men on the field? I don't know. He snuck in to the playoff last year, and a lot of fans will say, oh, he's been to the playoff 3 times. You snuck in last year. I don't think it's going to happen again this year. And then because of your coaching, this is the stat I saw, Garrison, that I thought was crazy. Because of his coaching, the best QB, the best wide receiver that the school's ever seen will never get a pair of those little gold pants. CJ Stroud, JSN, Marvin Harrison Jr., JT Denzel Burke, Travion Henderson, Emeka Iboka. 0 combined gold pants because of Ryan Day. And those guys are good. I said to you, Marvin Harrison, he's a problem. Travion Henderson, he's a big time back. You know how much I've respected and I don't want to say loved, but CJ Stroud, that dude can ball and nothing. Another stat that blew popsicle off the stick. Mel Tucker has a better record against Michigan than old Ryan freaking Day. I looked at the composite team rankings here. This season, Ohio State, number 3. 974 composite score, composite ranking, whatever verbs you want to use. Or not verbs, adjectives. There we go. A little too much of this. Michigan, got to go 11 spots. Michigan, lowly 14, 850 score. Softness is a problem there, Garrison. So much so that our wide receivers are even calling y'all out. Roman Wilson calling people soft. So, yeah, you got Brian Hartline. You got the stud coming in next year if he doesn't go to Miami. We'll see. But we got to ask ourselves, do those guys just kind of puff up the ratings, the rankings? Did those guys actually come in and bring the toughness? I saw a report this morning that Jack Sawyer and Ibanosa were the only 2 guys showing some intensity at halftime. This is the biggest rivalry, arguably, in sports. What are we doing? Urban Meyer has you rolling over, knowing that from day one, this is the rivalry that matters. One of the best parts is that the social media account, your social media account, which if they would have posted something Sunday, I would have said, okay, fine. They still haven't posted the final score. They actually haven't posted anything. They haven't posted they've retweeted NFL teams, but they haven't actually posted anything yet. Brian, you cried, you pleaded for Mr. Tony Petitti to bring down a suspension, and he brought it down. It worked. We lost our head coach. Then we lost our best offensive player. And then we lost our top corner, who, sidebar, an absolute awesome battle between those 2 all day. And then after all that, you lost to, as the famous Sam Webb said, which I think this is kind of disrespectful.
That's shit from Sam Webb.
This is kind of disrespectful. He called him a substitute teacher, Sharon Moore. I didn't know if I agree with that, but you lost to an assistant coach. So all of this kind of comes together. It's just like, is this a Ryan Day problem? And I think the question that you could ask a lot of Buckeye fans, I don't think they'll ever answer honestly, but in their little circles, they'll be honest and say, if Jim Harbaugh had this program, would he have won a natty by now? I'm going to pose that question for all you Buckeyes. Garrison, you don't need to answer that right now. That's okay. But that's a question I think you have to ask yourself. What is the problem now? And so to that, I'll say, and I'll open the floor to you, Garrison. But to that, I'll say, Ryan, sit down. Sit down. You're not Urban Meyer. You're not. Enjoy your Orange Bowl. And know that I think you're 74% of the way to hanging 100 on Michigan. I got more, but I'll open the floor to you, Garrison. I want you. I love you. I respect you. You're my dear, dear friend.
Am I allowed to talk?
No,
you know what's
30
funny?
seconds.
You know what's funny? Before you muted me, I had already muted myself for you. I already told you I was going to do so. Let me go down the list real quick. You said building Urban Meyer's championship program. Bryce, how many championships did Urban Meyer win after 2015?
Brother, you're not.
No.
Nope.
If you're gonna say that bull crap, then no. If you're gonna say stupid stuff, Bryce, answer the question. How many championships did Urban Meyer win after the 14-15 season? Answer the question.
Nope. Brother.
All right, fine. I'll just make you look stupid. After the 14-15 season, Bryce, Urban Meyer hadn't won another playoff game after that. The season after that, Bryce, the next time he got to a playoff, he got beat 31-0. So that and lost to Purdue, lost to Michigan State, and lost to Iowa. So that's stupid. Don't be disrespectful. It's Tuamoloau. The man has a last name.
I didn't hear it on Saturday, but go ahead.
No, but that's what you just said though. It's very disrespectful. You said snuck into the playoffs. It's our fault that people don't handle their job. It's our fault that we did lose you last year. That's one of the best loss in the country. That's not our I'm trying to cuss. That's not our problem. That's not our problem. The whole soft thing is funny. I was listening to I was listening to the whole soft thing, and they said in all reality that it was Aaron Murray. It was Aaron Murray and his show. And he said that whole soft thing. He says that's thrown out of here because this had nothing to do with Ohio State being soft or not. That was a good football game. And he said Michigan was not able to just like break off those big runs, just run downhill the whole game. And you could see that on the first drive when Ohio State had to do the interception. Now, what I'm gonna do here is talk about the actual football game. I'm not gonna talk about this bullcrap narratives that you want to talk about. I actually don't want to talk about football.
I got one more thing.
No. You had your time. The Ohio State
game.
I said I'll give you 10 minutes. I said I'll give you 10 minutes. I said I'll give you 10 minutes, and you took your 10. I said I'll give you 10 minutes, and you took your 10. I said 10 minutes, and you took your 10.
You did not say 10 minutes.
When we beat Notre Dame, I took 5. I gave you 10 right here.
Beating Notre Dame's the same. Okay, cool.
I didn't say that, Bryce, but you said we were going to lose that game, didn't you? So
I did not. I picked you in that game.
But you said you want us to lose. So
of course, that's what rivals do.
So no, I've actually said all year I'd rather you guys end up at the year undefeated because that's how I want you guys. So,
you like my hat?
The game was simply lost off a few things. It's not like some deep dive. The first interception was huge. I understand a lot of people don't throw that on McCord, but in all reality, that was on Marv. Now, from the start of it, I think he should have just handed the ball off on that RPO. But this is what happened. Marv, you didn't run through the route. And what that allowed allowed another really good player to jump the route. That allowed Will to jump that route, and that's what happened. Somehow, some way, the defense almost held up on that 4th and 1, but they did. But you let them get the ball within the 10-yard line. After that, you can go to the. I understand why Ryan Day didn't go for it on 4th and 2. I get why he did. You started from the 3-yard line, and what you don't want to do is what you don't want to do is go for it and give the ball back to Michigan with 30-some seconds left, 25 seconds left on the 40-yard line. That's understandable. Regardless of the fact, though, you still missed that field goal. Now hindsight's 2020, but I wish they would have gone for it. He should have gone for it. I think when Xavier Johnson had that long 3rd down play, He got the first down. They called it a yard short. Ryan, you should have thrown the red flag. You did it. That's on you. That's on you. I mean, I remember watching it and I was confused. I said he was never down on that play. So like that was frustrating. So I understand that like there was a lot of controversy about what Joel was saying about that one touchdown to Roman Wilson. I had people trying to talk to me about it. I'm not here to go back and forth about it. The truth of the matter is the ball was lodged out. It bobbled, and that's when Burke took it. But let's step back before that play. Because in all reality, it wasn't that great of a pass. I'm gonna tell you. No, Bryce, I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. You just listen for a second.
Michigan fans, savor this, please.
No. Would you agree that pass should have been picked off by our freshman?
If CJ Stroud throws that ball,
Bryce, answer the question. Do you agree?
Oh, whoa.
Wait. Do you agree?
Down, brother.
No, because you're not answering the question. Do you believe
if that was any other quarterback, you would say that was a heck of a throw? But you'll never give JJ.
I didn't say
that throw.
Bryce, can you please listen to what I'm saying? On that play, and it's funny because I talked to some Michigan fans about it earlier, and they said, "Yeah, in all reality, that ball." I'm telling you something, Bryce, to get some validity to it. They said, "Yeah, had he not turned his head as soon as JJ threw the ball, he was going to pick that ball off."
Michael Barrett was going to pick off that pass to Cade Stover. That was a
Bryce, yes, and Cade
heck of a throw.
And Cade Stover made a good defensive play on that. I'm asking you, do you think that ball would have been intercepted had he not turned his head?
If my aunt had balls, she'd be an uncle.
Go ahead and talk, Bryce. If I can't, no, because listen, I told you I'll let you have your talk. I said I want to have an actual football conversation. You said
I want to have football conversation.
No, you said
I just have a few other things to say.
No, you go. Then go ahead, please.
One time is an accident. 2 times is a trend. 3 times, some would say, is ownership, is domination. That's where we're at right now.
Then what's 8?
With Sir Ryan Day. That's ownership, brother. Y'all owned the rivalry. We weren't even there. I used to fear you. I used to hate the idea of playing y'all. The winds of change are upon us. Now, Garrison, I thought you were a bit confident last episode, but
I rewatched it. I have no idea what you're talking about.
You said you're already dancing on our graves before the game.
I said that, Bryce. That's me being facetious, Bryce. Come on.
Okay. All right. Well, then, Garrison, I won't talk to you. I'll talk to the other Buckeyes that I saw flapping their gums all weekend long. Not a lot of respect for Maize and Blue. Not a lot of respect. I don't want to hear anything about Ryan Day anymore. Being a top coach, I just don't.
Bryce, no. See, you guys. See, here you go. You're making these are dumb comments. Tell me how many coaches are better than Ryan Day?
I'm sorry. About that.
I'm sorry. I wrote this down, by the way. You brought up how Mel Tucker also has a better record against Jim Harbaugh in Michigan than Ryan Day does. You said that, right?
He does. That's a fact.
You said that, right? Bryce, how many times has Mel Tucker beaten Ohio State?
I don't know. How many times?
0. How many times how many times has James Franklin beaten your coach?
3.
He's never beaten my coach. So I understand that you want to sit here and make jokes and you're being you're not even being serious. You're being halfway or a quarter serious right now. Like bringing Mel Tucker's record up against Michigan is pointless to me. It's
you brought up records. What's Ryan Day's record against Michigan?
It's 1-3.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
Was Jim's record against Ohio State?
What's he 3-5 now?
Okay, thank you.
Well, do you count this win? Does he get to have this win, or was he not part of it?
I mean, in all reality, it's not his win.
Oh, okay. All right. So
it's technically in the record books, it's not going under his. Like 3 of Ryan Day's wins did come the first 3 games in Urban Meyer's tenure.
Yeah.
So no, he's 2-5.
2-5.
Shout out to Sherrod Moore. You're 1-0. Get paid, black man. Get paid.
Yep. Same amount of wins as Ryan Day. There's a lot of names were brought up. I see a lot of 5-star rankings. We'll talk ball here. I want to talk ball.
Bro,
Your defensive ends.
We're not gonna have enough time to keep talking though.
Your defensive ends were just obsolete that game. They had combined 1.5 tackles for loss. And one of those was a screen pass to Samaj Morgan, which I want to say two good things, or I want to say good things about two players, Denzel Burke and Sonny Styles, which I do have a backhanded insult to Sonny, but I do think that kid can ball. He's a missile. He gets to the ball. I respect him. But one of JT's, how do you say his last name?
Mulawau.
That what tackle for loss was a screen pass to Samaj Morgan, which Denzel Burke made a great play, knocked him off balance, and then JT cleaned up. The other tackle that combined for 1.5 between those two guys was a great play by Mike Hall that Jack Sawyer cleaned up for, I think it was half of a sack, half of a tackle. So nothing from those guys. Again, two guys that probably going to walk away without any gold pants. I thought when that game was over, I thought the Ohio State defense played pretty well. They didn't play bad. And then I saw the stat that Michigan didn't punt in the second half.
Bryce, how many tackles for loss did Michigan have?
Garrison.
No. But you just brought that up, saying about it. I'm asking if you're gonna bring something up. Like I always say, you say things without understanding what you're actually saying.
No, I don't.
No.
Stop.
Wait. So
stop.
no. How many tackles for loss did Ohio State have? Our D line. Say it again.
No, I said those two guys. Listen to what I'm saying.
Oh, those two. Yeah, we said 1.5, right?
1.5.
Your whole team had one, Bryce.
Sick.
Your whole team had one.
Sick.
So don't sit here and crap on them because of 1.5.
Harrison, you're getting upset, and that's fine. I understand.
Because you're bringing things up, Bryce, that make no sense.
You're trying to disconnect these dots that I've already connected. I said
you're not connecting anything, Bryce.
Let me talk.
You look like a blob right now.
Let me speak. You sound. What do you say? Daff, gaff, laugh.
No,
smash.
Do you know what daff means?
Daff. Is that what it is?
Do you know what daff means?
I don't know.
Then don't use it.
But you sound daft.
No,
I just simply brought up a point about two players that you've been raving about that did nothing all game.
Mm-hmm.
Your interior D lineman, hats off. Mike Hall, hats off. Those other two guys, not impressed. Back to the defense.
Right, no. Let's talk ball real quick. Let's talk ball for a second.
That's what I've been doing, brother.
Let's compare defensive lines. Your defensive line, yeah. Who do you think play better? You say yours, right? You would say that?
I don't know if they necessarily played like out of this world better. I thought it was pretty even. I thought the interior D lineman, I thought Mason Graham, Kenneth Grant, I thought Josiah Stewart played a heck of a game.
Mm-hmm.
Again, those stats don't necessarily pop up. But they were in Kyle's face all day.
That's my problem with what you're saying right now, because you brought up stats, but then you just said the stats are going to show it. Bryce, during the broadcast.
Garrison.
Wait, no,
Brother.
stop. No,
Brother.
Bryce, stop. That's what you just said. That's what you just said and did. On the broadcast, on the broadcast.
You're getting worked up again.
No, because you're aggravating. On the broadcast, Joel Klatt even said, look at what the edges are doing out of Jack Sawyer and JT Tuimoloau. They are setting the edge and they are crashing down on these tackles, and then they can't bounce to the outside on the runs. So you're sitting here bringing up our stats, my defensive end stats, while disregarding your own, and then saying, yeah, but beyond the stats, it don't work like that, Bryce.
No, Garrison, what you're doing is you're saying that I said to you that the defensive line played like trash. I didn't say that. No. Listen. You just said that. I said your guys were nowhere to be seen. Those two guys. Guys.
Joel Klatt was bringing them a ball game. What are you talking about?
No,
jeez, bro. Bryce,
pull up the clip.
I don't know what you're talking about there, Bryce.
Pull up the clip.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I didn't hear JT Tuimoloau's name until that tackle.
All right, Bryce. All right.
So don't try to connect.
No. It's aggravating right now because you're not being honest. Like you're not being honest.
I am being honest. You just don't like what I'm saying.
Or you didn't pay attention to the broadcast.
And pay attention to what?
The broadcast, where Joel Klatt literally brought up how the Ohio State defensive line on the edges were crashing down on your guys' offensive tackles, and what it wasn't doing was allowing the running backs to bounce to the outside, and it created it stopped them right in a circle, Bryce. That's what he was literally talking about. It was literally creating a horseshoe around your run game. He literally talked about that. So for you to sit here and say, or I'm saying, bring up the stats of our edge rushers, while then saying for your own, yeah, Josiah Stewart played good. Now his stats aren't gonna show it. You just did the opposite of what you did for my team. You just
No,
did.
I didn't. You're trying to connect these dots, but I didn't do that. You can go back and watch and listen. But
Go ahead.
I was just making a point about two players. I'm not saying
ahead.
the whole defensive line, but you can take that however you'd like.
Do you think they played? Do you think Jack Sawyer and JT Tuimoloau played good games?
I don't think they played a great game.
No, I asked you, did you play? Did they play good games?
Sure. But you were talking about those guys being difference makers, those big old 5-stars.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see it. I did not see it. They didn't get to JJ. They got to what? 1 sack?
Each quarterback got sacked once.
Yeah, and that was Mike Hall. Well, I think that was where Jack Sawyer
That was Jack
got
Sawyer.
his half of sack. Yeah.
No, it was a full sack. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah. Go watch the replay. Mike Hall took him down. He cleaned up.
I'm looking at it right here.
All right, we'll go watch the replay.
I'm looking at the
Emeka. Is he hurt? What happened to him? Huge drop pass at the beginning. That would have got Kyle going. And Mikey was on him like white on rice all day long. All day long. Josh Wallace was even on him. He had a few good coverages on him that they were just blanketed. Jesse Minter, the fact that Marvin Harris, and all due respect to Marv, that is one of the greatest, wide receivers probably play this game. He's going to, as Rich Eisen said on today's show, he's probably a Pro Bowler already.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that he said he's never seen a defense like this, you can take your Big 12 defensive coordinator. We'll take our little Vandy coordinator all day long.
Mm-hmm.
He coached a heck of a game. I had a guy, one of my friends, explain to me the coverages that they were running in more depth. He used to coach, and he defined it as. Oh, where did he go? Oh, I just had it up, Garrison. Hold on, bear with me here. This is bad radio. I ran a bunch of cone zone coverages where the corner is able to play physical and safety over top. And the fact that, first of all, shame on the other Big Ten coaches for never running that. But the fact that Minter was able to run that and keep those guys at bay, because I told you last episode, I said your receivers are going to get theirs. They're going to get catches. They're going to get yards. And it's just about containing them. Mm-hmm. Can we get a shout out to Jesse Minter?
I've called him a good coach before.
Okay. Sonny Styles. I watched him a lot. That guy gets the ball. He's got to figure out some reads, but he gets the ball. But can I just be honest with you, brother to brother here? Mm-hmm. Him getting juked out by Blake on that touchdown run and seeing him chase him down all day. I like him. But Blakey's going to make him go back and hit the weights maybe a little bit harder, watch the tape a little bit further.
No, all that had to do with the weights. What happened was, if you watch it from the back angle, Blake Corum, when he's going up what you would call it the B gap, when he did that, Sonny dipped back inside. Right at the last second, Blake dropped it back out. And Sonny should have always had outside contained because he had Proctor in the inside, so that's his fault. That was all Blake making. That's Blake setting up his blocks and setting his defenders. That was him being a more experienced player than Sonny was. That's all that was.
That's not what I said, but fair.
Not really.
What's up with Gene Smith?
You said he needed to get to the weight room and then, but okay, huh?
What's up with Gene Smith? You see that?
I don't know. I can care less about that.
Oh, okay. Convenient.
No, I don't know that. Like, I don't care about it. Okay, the guy told you to go off the sideline. But why am I supposed to care about that?
He's the ultimate Karen. He's just like, I'm gonna get the Big Ten involved. And you know what? That wouldn't be the first time he's done that this year. Still can't stop us. All right, let's talk ball.
Well, I mean, Gene Smith does have a winning record against Michigan as a head AD.
Oh, did he coach too?
No, he's the ADs over the athletic program. You said, but no, did you just say another, like, well, that's when you're an AD, what happens under your watch in the program is part of your stat sheet, and that he is forgot he has a win. Yeah, he has a winning record versus Michigan. I think he's only lost 4 times.
Tip the cap to him.
Yep.
Garrison, I'm a man of honor. I said in the show last week, I said the bet was off because the head coach wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm holding to that. The bet is off. The bet was off. I'm not going to make you go back to that. Even though you objected on the show, you said, no. It's back on.
You still owe me a tattoo, but it's okay.
Can I get a thank you?
No.
Okay, well, maybe the man of honor is starting to lose some of its shine.
No, I just don't even give you a thank you for that.
Disappointing, Garrison. Disappointing. JJ McCarthy came out at the press conference and said, by the grace of God, Ohio State passed on me. Amen.
God has nothing to do with that, JJ. That was a decision Ohio State made that you made.
Well, now you want to get theological on the show?
No, I'm just being honest.
How does God intercede in our lives? How does God intercede in Ryan Day's dilemma right now?
I don't know, but he doesn't.
You don't think so?
It's a worldly matter. God
I know that I know that Ryan Day's praying.
God doesn't care about football. I promise you that.
Wow. Okay. But JJ, I said last week, so JJ needed to get focused, needed to turn it on. And boy, while he didn't light up the stat sheets, that kid played insane.
He made plays that he had to make.
He made plays he had to make. Rough start at the beginning, missing Kojo on a hook at the first pass of the game, throwing the ball behind Don Edwards on a screen pass that needs, especially against a defense like y'all's, needs to be timed. It's got to be in front of him so he can get upfield. But eventually he started cooking and made some big throws. That last drive, the clock killer drive, some of the throws he made, little gutsy, made me need to get a few more of these. But
no, man, I told you, man, I don't fear JJ from the pocket. Never will. But when he gets out of the pocket, he can make plays. He does make plays. He is. I think he is the best quarterback outside the pocket without football. Stat-wise, he is. So, 16 for 21, 48, 7.4 per 1 touchdown, no picks. What the longest pass was Donovan's. So, it's not – like I said, man, I'm not I can care less for all the narrative things that you're pushing and all that. It's at the end of the day, this is just football. This is just football. And the simple thing is this: Ohio State, you lost by 6. You missed a field goal. You threw an interception that put them within the 10-yard line. It's that simple for me. And then two turnovers, one team had none. You know that Bryce that I could send it to you. You've seen it before. That stat sheet that shows how dominant were you in the game. You know that?
Yeah, it comes out every week.
Yeah, did you see this week's?
No, I didn't. Send it to me.
Ohio State. They had Ohio State, and so, like I told you, when I watched the game, did I sit here and think that Michigan was better than us? No, I didn't think they're just outright better. I think the game, if we play that game 10 times, it goes 6-4 anyway.
Well, why did Michigan win that game?
But the problem is that there were plays in that game that Michigan made that Ohio State didn't make. There were things that I think Ryan Day did that. Oh, by the way, just you talked about at halftime. Berm already came out on Twitter and said the reason why they're the only ones talking there is everyone was pissed off about the score of the game at the point where they thought they should have been winning at that time. So it wasn't that everyone was depleted or anything, just so you know, because I know what you're referring to. So I just wanted to clean that up.
Okay.
But it's just one team made the plays they had to make, and then Ohio State, you made some plays you shouldn't have made. To have 2 interceptions and to lose by 6 is frustrating. It is. But that's football, man. That's football.
It's football. And we'll get back on track next episode. But I do want to say just last thing, Garrison, and feel free to drop because you're probably going to hate this. So that's okay. I don't blame you. But I will say this. All you Buckeye fans, and Garrison, this was a little bit you. I'm going to put you on blast here.
If I think you're wrong, I will cut you off.
No, you'll just have to. You'll have to leave.
No, because you're saying something about me.
Okay, fine. This isn't about Garrison then.
Okay.
Y'all worked so hard and made something minimal into something huge. Ryan Day, probably Gene Smith, whoever it was, whatever other coaches out there, y'all tried. Y'all tried so hard. And you know what? I give you guys credit. Rival fan bases should do everything it takes to bring the other one down. I love it. I love it. I would hope Michigan would do the same thing. But y'all tried so hard to make something out of nothing, and now it's time to put it to rest. Now it don't matter.
What, the scandal?
Now it doesn't matter. The scandal? Yeah. No,
Bryce, those
zero
two have nothing
advantage.
to Bryce, what are you talking?
Zero advantage there. Zero advantage. And Petiti, you needed this. You needed this so badly. Needed this to make something. You needed Michigan to lose against Penn State. You were hoping maybe Maryland would come by and maybe get them. And then last stand, the guys who you're unified with, Ohio State, come into town. Harbaugh's gone. You thought you could get it done. You thought you could get it done, and you couldn't. And so Michigan fans, I'll say this again next episode, if you're in Indianapolis, if you're at Lucas Oil at that game, you better boo as loud as you possibly can when he comes out there. And Jim Harbaugh, I want you to take that football, the trophy football. I think it's a trophy football. Yeah, I see a picture of it from the 2021 Big Ten Championship up here. I want you to take that football and Gronk spike it. And then I want some staffer, some low-level staffer, because we all know that word, to come by, pick it up, get some duct tape, tape it up, and hang it in Schembechler Hall. I want that to be the statement against this stupid conference. Last thing I'll say, Pete Thamel, coward for not being out there. Coward. You blocked Trevor McHugh when Trevor McHugh tried to correct a tweet that had information that Pete Thamel pulled from him, and he simply just corrected you, and you tweeted him. You're a coward. You're scared. Shame on you. Good job, Desmond Howard. Last thing, College game day turnout. I saw both aerial shots of all of them. Well done, Michigan fans. It was a very small turnout. Any other thoughts, Garrison? I'm done. I guess I can ask. I don't know if he's going to mute himself. You're still muted. I guess you're still. Are you done? Is that it? All right. Well, I don't know if you're going to come back or not. You can't hear me. This was the episode that we both knew we would be dreading, one of us. And here we are. Michigan fans, I hope you're happy. I hope you got what you wanted. You got the W. Now we put it behind us. Big Ten Championship. Iowa. Don't sleep on them. But let's take care of business. Let's move along. Go Blue. Garrison, I love you. We'll talk to you guys next time.